Hello everyone, I am back. I am August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months. So 8 months ago I started working for myself as a freelance hairstylist, creative stylist, and as a crafter. A lot has changed in 8 months. A lot has changed. First off, yes, I am bald right now. Right now my hair is actually molded down, so it's not actually this short. It's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch all the way through my head. But I cut my hair off November 11th. Yes, 11/11/2018. I cut my hair right after my 28th birthday. It was a very liberating experience. I'm really glad that I did it. I miss my locks a lot sometimes, but I'm actually happy for a new journey as it concerns my hair. But I'm back and other things have changed. So I have been working for myself for the last 8 months. That is what I've been doing. When I first started off, I was promoting both. I was promoting my hair business and I was promoting my crafting services. My craft business really took my craft business pretty much got pushed to the back burner from day one. I was able to start in a very popping month as it comes to hair during the summertime. The summer was popping, I'm trying to tell you. So once I noticed that, I stopped taking orders. I took orders from very consistent clients who would order different things from me. And then in December, I actually took down my website, deleted everything out of my bio, because you know we got click on the link in the bio for everybody now. And I stopped promoting my services for my craft business. So my craft business has been put to a stop. Other than really serious projects, I was able to do one for Valentine's Day. I will put the poet's information down below and the cards that I was able to create for him. But other than that, I put that to the back burner because hair business was booming. It was booming, it was booming, it was booming. And I am so grateful. I'm so happy that I actually trusted my own instinct. I listened to God, and I also just kind of tapped into another side of myself that was a lot more courageous and bold than who I usually am or who I was at that time. So the last 8 months, I've been able to service countless clients. I've had a ton of return clients. I don't think y'all really understand how important that is to have a return client when you're fresh into any kind of business, and to have clients come back and say, you know what, I like what you did, I want you to do that again, or I want something else, and I trust you with my hair. Hair has pretty much been my life for the last 8 months. I've been trying to learn new styles, I've been mastering new styles, learning about hair, learning about products, just all types of stuff. I've made a ton of mistakes. I will say that again. I've made a ton of mistakes. You know, some things did not go right, and I had to figure out how will I deal with this as a businesswoman. And I've been able to support myself financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally for the last 8 months, and take a lot more control than what I was taking before. I really doubted that I would be able to do it. I'm not even going to lie to you. Even the day that I sat here and I said, this was my last day of work, I was petrified because I really didn't know what was coming, but I had to have enough trust that it would be okay. But I want to fast forward to now, and I want to announce more changes. So in working with my clients day in and day out, 98% of my clientele are women or young women. I've had a couple male clients. I no longer take male clients at this time, but in speaking with my sisters and sitting with them and spending time with them, I'm talking countless hours of styling and talking and exchanging information and exchanging energy. It has been an energetic process. It brought me back full circle with what I want to do as a social worker. And so I was really looking forward to actually getting into more community-based type projects, but that really didn't pan out. That's a really hard area to break into when you don't have a lot of connections. And I do know a good bit of people in the community, but it just didn't feel, spiritually didn't feel like it was time. And so I put all my time into hair. However, putting all my time into hair pushed me to my next step. So my next step will actually be mental health. I will be getting licensed as a mental health therapist. My goal is to do work with my people, not because my people are damaged, but because my people deserve healing. Hello. Can we agree on that? And speaking with all of the beautiful women, beautiful entrepreneurs, beautiful family women, mothers, wives, daughters, just the innovative women that sat in my chair day in and day out, and the exchange that we had with one another, we healed each other. And so it wasn't just me doing something magical and healing her and making, no, it was a healing process, and I want to continue on that process. And so I've already started the steps to do this. I actually have you all sitting on all of those books that I showed you. Those are all of the books that I had when I was in grad school. I have to prepare for an exam, I gotta pay for an exam, and I gotta work 3,000 clinical hours to become a therapist. But it's okay, because I can do it. I have been job shopping and trying to figure out what full-time job will I go into, because I have to get these clinical hours. I was turned down for the one that I really wanted. It was overnight, it was in another city, but I was excited to do it because it wasn't gonna mess up my hair business, because that is not going away. But through the grace and the beautiful fortune of just building strong relationships, I will actually, are you ready? I will be returning to my full-time job that I left. I know you're like, what in the world, Drea? So through just doing some digging and asking questions, being courageous, asking questions, I reached out to my old supervisor and I asked her, you know, the program that we worked for, if you don't know, the program I worked for is in every single county in North Carolina. And so I asked her if anyone else in any other county is doing clinical-based work with the community, which is, I was working with the community, I just wasn't doing it clinically. And she said, actually, yeah, there are 2 other counties that are doing that. And I asked her if that was an opportunity for Durham County. Child, she said yes. Ooh, stomp, stomp, clap, clap. I'm telling you, I almost fell out in my bathroom because I was texting her while I was doing my hair, the little bit of hair that I got. But I sat there and I didn't have reservations about going back. I'm sorry about the lighting. I didn't have reservations about going back to a place I already come from, because I had a new goal and a new journey. When I left, I had learned everything that they could teach me. And that was my issue. It's like, okay, I'm not learning anything else. I need to be able to learn and to branch out, and I need to gain something. I had nothing to gain. And so now that I have something to gain, it's like, oh shoot, we might be onto something. So I will actually be returning back to the public health field as a social worker, but I'll be doing the work from a clinical side. And in a sense, I'll be kind of building something that is new, that is not there. We do have Alliance Behavioral Health in our public health department in Durham, so shout out to Alliance Behavioral Health. But in our program, we don't really do clinical work. We pretty much do all of the steps in prepping the client before they get to that kind of level of treatment planning. So I'm actually really excited to start. I mailed off my application for my licensure stuff yesterday, and I'm so excited. I'll have it back, and I'm praying at, by 3 weeks, because I'm an associate until I finish up my 3,000 hours and I take my exam. But I'll actually be studying for the exam probably throughout the rest of the year. My goal is to take that exam by the end of the summertime. Did you hear me? Are you going to hold me accountable? This is what I need for you to do. When you see me, I need for you to ask me 2 questions. Drea, how many clinical hours do you have? And have you studied for your exam? Let's run that back. Drea, how many clinical hours do you have? And have you studied for your exam? Help a sister out. I'm learning that the things that God puts on my heart, the things that my ancestors try to whisper to me, the things that the people who come before me are trying to give to me, or are trying to wake me up to see, I can only hear and I can only see whispers of it. So I can't see it completely clearly, but I imagine that I will be able to work independently, both via hair and via therapy. And I'm excited to see what that journey looks like. Getting 3,000 hours will take me at the least 2 years. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with sacrificing that time. But I know after that, it's going to be something amazing. I just don't know what. So if you have any really cool, innovative ways that you think therapy could be implemented in the community, the community has taught me a lot over the last 3 to 4 years. Ever since I've been out of grad school, I've learned so much from community-based engagements that I feel like I would be remiss to try to take my services elsewhere. So if you have any ideas or you have any thoughts, just please let me know about that. stay tuned, because I will be posting the video from when I cut all of my hair off. I did record that, I just never posted it. So I will put that up just for people to see if they were interested. That was back in November, but I just really didn't make the time to try to put it up or do anything like that. I'm really excited about this journey. If you have any questions, just hit me up on here, on Instagram, or on Facebook, because I'm going to post this on all platforms. I'm very thankful for my family and for my friends who have been such treasures in my life over these last couple months. There were times that were really hard, both mentally, and there were times, which was actually very seldom, and I can only say that it was a blessing to be able to say that, but there were times that were hard financially, and I had to learn about myself and my spending habits and my saving habits, and just the times in which I spend more and when I don't spend more. I want to thank everyone who has supported me, who has reached out to me, who has called me, who's come over to spend time with me, and I really want to thank all of my clients who could have gone anywhere else. Literally, I live in the Durham Raleigh area. There are 1,000,001 stylists in this area, but you still chose me, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate every experience and every exchange that I've had with you. This has been the most beautiful beginning of a journey, and that I've been on so far, and I'm ready and I'm excited to see what is to come next. I think if I could leave anything with anyone, I would say that it's okay to keep redefining yourself, and it's okay to use your journeys to lead you to the next thing. That redefinition is not going to always make sense to those around you, those near and those far. Like, it's not going to make sense, and it's okay for it to not make sense. I think that if it was supposed to make sense, you would have already known. So if you don't know, boo, it's okay. It's okay if people don't understand you. I'm very well aware that I'm gonna get a lot of, wait, what? Like, why would you leave the job to go back to the job? But I think that it has more to do with capacity, value, learning, growth, and evolution. You have to be able to listen to yourself and listen to whoever it is that you praise and whoever it is that you refer as the higher being or a higher being. You have to know when to listen and to move. Hear me. You have to know when to listen and to move, because I knew who I was last June and what I was feeling and how much of a release I needed from the position that I was in and the person that I was, that I had to be brave enough to say, I don't know who this next person is, I don't know what my next position is, but I'm okay to stand in that. And so I just want to leave that with you, that it's okay if you don't know. You may be talented in multiple things, you may have multiple interests. It's okay to tap into those things. Just be intentional. Be intentional in your relationships with people. Be intentional in your relationship with yourself. Child, I have not slept and rested nowhere near this much, and I don't know how long, because when I think about just life and how much I gave to school, high school, going straight to college, going straight to grad school, going straight to work. For most people, it's like, oh, my parents worked 20-30 years and never got a break. That's not okay. Okay? It's not okay. It's not okay that your parents never got a break. It's not okay that you never got a break. And the last 8 months have not been a complete break, but I had way more opportunities to spend with my family, to spend with my friends, to sleep, to read, to recenter myself, to discover new things, to put away old things, to travel, and to just spend some time, some very much needed intentional time with myself. So that is all that I have for you. I'm so excited. I'm really glad that I'm able to share this journey with my loved ones. I low-key kind of record this stuff so that when I get old and dusty and crusty, I can look back on myself and be like, you know what, girl, you was brave. You was brave. You was brave as hell. You was real brave. And I could be proud of myself and happy for myself. So this is the end of this video, but the beginning of a new journey. Holla at you. Peace.